Welcome back to another Slay of the Spire stream. I'm your host, Vegetable Bread, and we're going to be continuing on the Infinite Ladder here with Defect on, I believe, Ascension 4. Yeah, we're at Ascension 4, 3 points, so we managed to win this run either by just killing the Act 3 bosses, or by killing the heart, then we will move on to Ascension 5 for the first time. Card remove, I talk about every time I see it, but it's not a good idea. You want to be removing strikes from the deck eventually, but you don't want to remove them before the first elite. So having Meow offer to remove them for you is never really a good option. Maybe you could take that if you're like Watcher and you have to take 4 fights before the first elite, because you'd have an extra hallway fight to replace your attack. Or maybe if there was an option that was like transform a card into an attack. I could see removing a strike, but like it's just not viable. Now's Lament is great on Defect. Probably best on Defect and Watcher. Watcher because they have a lot of problems maintaining health in early hallway fights, and Defect because he also has some problems. I don't see an obvious elite snipe. I suppose this path is theoretically one. 3 question marks gives us like a 40% chance of a snipe there. And that may be the path we want to go on anyway, although we'd go this way if neither of these question marks are fights and we don't pick Meow's Lament. Let's see, how do we get 3 elites? We can't, unless we're taking the Mega Elite. We could take a Mega Elite. It's possible. If we get here and we feel really strong, we can go, okay, fine. Not super likely. Okay, so we're probably taking these 3 fights, this fire and then this fight, this elite fight. We could also go left, get an extra fire, but have fewer choices and not get a shop. Actually, I kind of like not getting a shop. We don't really need the choices. So I think I'll plan on going left, and that's a path that is incompatible with Meow's Lament, so probably not choosing that. 7 max HP for a rare card. There's pretty good Defect rare cards. Echo Form, Creative AI, Core Surge, Bias Cog, those kind of things. Even like Electrodynamics is super good, Act 1 and Act 2. And trading out for a boss relic is not something I'm really looking for on Defect because the starting relic is so good. So remove a card, eliminated. Meow's Lament, not super good. It sort of distorts our pathing. We could do it. Choosing a rare card is great, and swapping a boss relic is bad. So we got bad, bad, could make it work, and great. So let's take the great one. Probably Electrodynamics here. Electrodynamics is super good in Act 1. Helps us solve Sentries in particular. Sentries is kind of a difficult fight for Defect. Helps against Slime Boss too, although notably not as much as Meteor Strike. But Meteor Strike is pretty tricky to pull off, and Electrodynamics is very solid, so let's go for that. Kind of hoping for Electrodynamics on turn 1 there, but can't always get what you want. We're going to defend and then Electrodynamics over Zap Strike. There's no double defend option, but we do have lethal, so that'll do. Taking 1 damage to Occultist is fine. Ball Lightning is a great floor 1 pick, especially in the presence of Electrodynamics. I would need a real good excuse not to pick that. Pretty early Golden Idol. It does cost current HP. Or a Curse. We can take the big current HP hit, the current HP and max HP hit, or a Curse. Or we could skip it. On this path, we're not going to any stores, unless we switch and go up the middle. Although there are some question marks that could turn into shops later. I think we take it. It's possible that we just take the damage here and then heal at this campsite, but I think we probably take the max HP hit, like we usually do. Yeah, just 5. Costs 4 current HP, not a big deal. Double defend is definitely happening, and then I think ball lightning. Might be able to finish off the fight with 2 damage. 16 plus 12 is lethal. 2 damage it is. Cold Snap pairs well with our other orb evoking things. Skim could help find us a Thunder Strike. If we end up finding one of those, let's take Cold Snap for now. Get some orb-based block. We already traded health for gold once. I don't think we want to do that again, especially since we're not guaranteed to get a shop. It costs us very little right now, so I'll definitely pay 33 gold to, or I guess pay 100 gold to keep 100 health, or keep 11 health. Electrodynamics is a great way to start this fight. Should be able to take 0 damage here. Yep. So I think we want to rebound. Rebound versus cool-headed, I think, is the pick here. Darkness is probably not in the deck. I think rebound has a slight advantage in that we haven't fought Gremlin Knob yet. So cool-headed, I think, is probably better for later in the run, but this isn't later in the run. This is now. So I think we're going to take rebound. We can also rebound the ball lightning and get a bunch of ball lightnings or cold snap. Get more orb stuff. Rebound's also a participant in combos later. Alright, we're going to smith up. Maybe the zap is the card to smith here. Cold snap gets 3 damage, ball lightning gets 3 damage, rebound gets 3 damage, strike gets 3 damage. Electrodynamics gets an extra orb. Maybe that's the pick. It's a pretty minor upgrade. All the cool stuff for electrodynamics is just the lightning hits all enemies. The channel 2 lightning doesn't even really matter that much. And increasing the 2 to 3 is like, okay, well, great. What fight is Zap upgrade good in? It's good if we're like waking up Lagavulin with electrodynamics, ball lightning zap. But then like, why don't we just upgrade Zap and get an extra ball lightning on that turn? I think in the presence of rebound, having a 0 cost zap is pretty good. Because we can play it 2 turns in a row. Let's go for that. Alright, it is Gremlin Knob. Ooh, terrible turn 1. All skills. Puts us in a bit of trouble. Let's Cold Snap Electrodynamics. This puts a Frost Orb in front, so that if we evoke another orb, we can block. I think we're not going to play Zap Plus, though. Rebound Strike seems okay. Should be getting there next turn. Luckily for us, he chose Big Attack and then debuff attack, so we didn't lose that much health. Still lost like 20 though. Gambling chip is great. My cat is very loud. We could take a second rebound? Is that something we want? Gambling chip is going to make very consistent turn 1 electrodynamics happen. Which is really nice. It also means that we can take Writhes with basically no consequence, and that Snecko Eye is really good. Gambling Chip is a surprisingly run-defining relic. It's extremely good. Rebound is good when you combo it with things, and Gambling Chip helps you combo things together. Our boss is Slime Boss, so Gambling Chip helps us set up Streamline, helps us get that turn 1 Streamline, and discard a bunch of cards so we get the turn 2 Streamline sooner, or the second cycle Streamline. Second cycle Streamline sooner. That's a mouthful. But we're probably not looking for first turn Streamline, we're looking for first turn Electrodynamics. And we don't have enough energy to play both. So I think we're probably in the market for another rebound here. I was planning on healing here, so that we have enough health to take this line. It looks like we actually have enough health to maybe smith here. It's a little bit dodgy. I think if we're smithing here, we're like upgrading a defend or something. I'm not hungover anymore. Good morning, Startable. How's it going? I wasn't even really hungover. Was that even yesterday? I thought that was Tuesday. I wasn't even really hungover then, but it was a little bit. I'm doing well. So yeah, you've just you know, woke up, watched a video. I've been watching videos of people replay casting the Alpha Star StarCraft 2 games. I'm not sure what it is, but I'd really appreciate the, like, I don't know, I guess I just have a caster that I like a lot, so I was watching one of his videos this morning. And I started my stream a little bit late because I forgot what time it was. I'm not like a big StarCraft 2 fan, so I don't like have a bunch of people that I know about. I will call out the let's see, what's his name? Laughin' Games. I think he's a great caster, very entertaining YouTube channel. Okay, so we got a turnip, which is really nice. We would like to be able to block out this guy this turn, which I think is probably going to look like triple defend. So I think we're looking for zap and dual cast along with those defends. Actually, let's keep the cold snap too. It's kind of a weird keep because we're keeping so many cards, but we're just taking 1 damage. Drat, I was hoping to block for a little bit more with next turn. I can block for 10, so I guess I'll do that. And rebound the zap to try and get lethal. That didn't work. Oh, because I shouldn't have used the rebound. I should use the defend and zap. Restart the fight. I want to get that 10 block. Not trying to change this turn. Just made a counting mistake next turn. Just trying to fix that. If I was using Knowledge from Future, I would use the Essence of Steel on the first turn, but because I know that it would get defended this turn and I would block for 3, which would be nice. Okay, this is lethal. Lost a couple of health that fight, which is pretty dangerous. Hologram's really good. We have an upgraded zap and an upgraded dual cast, so a lot of ammunition to go get from the discard pile for hologram. Hologram also blocks a little bit, which is pretty useful. Charge battery I could consider. We have a 2-cost card. It only comes up once though, and we have 2 0-cost cards, so probably we're pretty happy with the energy balance of the deck without charge battery. I think we can go for hologram here. Right, he is not attacking turn 1, which means we're going to try and get down electrodynamics, and then maybe like rebound the zap. No, apparently not. Okay, well rebound still does the most damage, so just play it. We can't be frailed, so that's nice. Okay, so we probably want to break him this turn. We're doing 9 damage, so he's at 40, breaks at 33. So we only have to do 7 damage to break him. We have way, way more than that. So let's just do the most damage we can, which is a hell of a lot. It's actually lethal. Yeah, it's like way over lethal too. Amazing. Barrage would be nice if we got some more orb slots, and we'd already be very interested in orb slots because we have a lot of orb generation. But we don't currently have orb slots, so that's a little bit speculative. Next elite is not Gremlin Knob, but we don't know actually who it is. We're pretty well prepared for sentries already. And I think we probably survive Lagavulin with these potions. So I think we're good here. I think we're going to skip this. Rip and Tear is pretty appealing too. Rip and Tear is just like a big chunky damage card. We also have like a lot of deck manipulation with Rebound and Hologram, so we could potentially like play Rip and Tear every turn, which is a pretty good thing to be doing. But we have quite a few attacks, so I think we're more in the market for a block kick card here. Interesting that Rip and Tear and Barrage are both here, since they're both strength scaling cards. I think I will skip them both. Purple Bonfire Spirits, huh? We don't have anything really cool to give up. I believe we get 5 health if we give up any of these 5. We get full health and 5 extra if we give up Electrodynamics, but then we're giving up Electrodynamics. And we get nothing if we give up a basic. I think we're giving up a basic anyway. We don't need the 5 health that badly. We're probably winning this fight. Although not, like, super convincingly. I could give up a Rebound. Nah, I think we'll just give him a Strike. Alright, looks like a pretty good wake-up turn right now. I'd take a card over a Dual Cast. Dual Cast is reasonable to play this turn, but not necessary. Okay, and we got a Frost Orb instead. Do we rebound the Cold Snap or the Zap? Good chance we're playing Electrodynamics next turn. Actually, Electrodynamics doesn't do much in this fight, huh? We could upgrade everything here, get a bunch of extra damage. Although we probably want to use that for upgrading a block card. Alright, let's put the Cold Orb in front and rebound the Cold Snap. We can rebound the Cold Snap again. I think this is the Blessing of the Forge. Rebound, Cold Snap, defend. We could Plated Steel too. We do lose a Plated Armor immediately. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Saves us 4 health. It can be hard to find a good time to use Plated Armor. We know this is our hand next turn, so we're probably going to Cold Snap again. We can't Cold Snap Electrodynamics Hologram, it's too much energy. Although I would love to Hologram a Zap. We could Cold Snap, Hologram, Cold Snap. That's probably the plan for next turn. So then we're getting 6 block from these next turn. And 3 block from that, so we're only blocking for 9 next turn. So, Essence of Steel would block for 4 and then 3. And then probably 2 in this fight. I guess 9 is about all I expected to play this Steel. Let's give it a shot. Okay, I already talked about this turn. I guess it's not blocking for 2 more, because the fight's over. Juicy Bracelet is unfortunate. Do we take a Static Discharge? More powers to give us lightning. Static Discharge plus like Electrodynamics just like wins the Birds fight in Act 2. I'm not really super worried about The birds fight exactly. Where to have electrodynamics. I would say Juicy Bracelet is probably among the bottom 5 of relics. I would consider it quite bad. Hallway fights generally aren't that scary. So avoiding them is like not a major benefit. Sometimes you want hallway fights to get cards and stuff. It is nice to be able to plan on going through question marks without taking damage, but even that doesn't quite work. There's some question marks that'll like damage you anyway, like the Wheel of Fortune sometimes shivs you, and sometimes you get thwacked, and you can get the event that turns your golden idol into a bloody idol, which for this run would be great because we'd get a free bloody idol, but for other runs either damages you or curses you. You get like Red Mask Gang. None of those are technically fights, so Juicy Bracelet lets you encounter all of them, but they all hurt you. So Juicy Bracelet doesn't actually prevent you from taking damage. It just it has such a minor effect. It's good for you technically, right? It's makes your planning more consistent, but compare Juicy Bracelet to any other relic and you'll find it lacking. Do we take another Ball Lightning? I don't know if we want another Ball Lightning. We've got a lot of Lightning Orbs already with Zap Plus. Maybe we should take a Sunder, try and get a better split. I think I'm against Sunder. Yeah, I mean, it does increase your percentage chance of turning into a vampire or ghost or whatever. So, it is, it's a thing. If you have, one of the relics that benefits you from going to a shop, meal ticket or something, Juicy Bracelet helps you find more shops. If you have something that's encouraging you to visit a bunch of question marks already, like a tiny chest, then maybe Juicy Bracelet's better. Although maybe you kind of need those question marks to be fights more than normal, because otherwise you're going to be missing out on a bunch of fights. So, I'm not sure if that interaction is good or bad. I guess it depends on the run. I never do static discharge combos. It seems really scary to pick. I know it's one of the ways you can kill the heart, basically. And it's crazy with electrodynamics. We don't have any other powers. I think if I had a defrag, I could pick static discharge, but I don't have a defrag, so I'm a little scared of getting too into that. I do feel like I need a little bit more damage for Slime Boss, so I'm going to take a Ball Lightning over Sunder. Alright, healing for 15 is great here. Healing for 15 means that we can take an upgrade next floor, I think. And upgrading Hologram is a pretty big deal with the zero cost stuff we've got. Okay. Just looking for damage on turn 1. I'll keep these 3 just because it guarantees us damage. Oops, crap. I was supposed to rebound that. I guess I'll just rebound nothing then. It's not a huge deal. Good to get electrodynamics down before he transforms. We're gonna Ball Lightning. Okay, so he's taking 9 and then 18. So he's going from 101 to 83. 83 is a little bit above the break line. If we do 16 instead of 6 of that damage, then he goes to 73, which is very close to the break line, which is kind of what we want. So let's dual cast. So we can like zap hologram. We can zap defend hologram defend. Oh wait, 3 zaps puts him on 70, and that splits him terribly. I guess our max damage here is zap hologram rebound zap, and then slimed, which is not terrible. We have electrodynamics up. I think we just try and preserve health in the first phase. I don't really want to take 38 or whatever, 38 minus 15, which is 23. Yeah, let's just go for the damage. It's not a great split, but it's not terrible either. And we get rid of the slime. I think we can afford this kind of split with... I did confuse rebound with headbutt. They're so similar. It's very confusing. Okay, yeah, so we have lots and lots of damage this turn. So max damage is Ball Lightning, Zap, Cold Snap, Dual Cast. So we're evoking all 3 of these orbs, this one twice. So that's 32 AoE damage, and then 6 more AoE damage. So that's 36, which splits both of them. Which maybe is not what we want, but it's also 13 damage to one of them, so it's 36. Wait, how is it 36? So it's 32 plus 6, so 38 plus 13. 38 plus 13 is 51, so one of them is surviving at 2. We're immune to Frail, so let's leave him alone. And try and kill the weak one. We also have 2 lightning orbs up, so them splitting at 2 means they're guaranteed to die. Let's do Frost Orb in front, just in case. Why did I do that? That was wrong. Okay, so I have to dual cast now, which costs us a little bit of damage. Oh wait, no. I guess that was what I planned on? I guess I planned on only having 1 orb left. No, I could have had more damage this turn. It was a mistake. It was a small one. Alright. I guess we want to kill this one, which we can. And get rid of the slime. And there you have it. Perfect slime boss fight. I'll take it. Electrodynamics is super good in that fight. Ooh, we got them both at the same time. I want them one at a time. Okay, I think Bias Cog is the more important part of the combo. Bias Cog combos with Clockwork Souvenir and Orange Pellets, as well as Core Surge. And Panacea. Whereas Core Surge just like occasionally blocks a Hex without Bias Cog. There's some other negative effects that Core Surge gets rid of, but Bias Cog is definitely the more important part of the combo. Alright. We've actually got... This is kind of a weird setup for potions. We've got potions that are great for the heart. We want that 6 thorns. So we take Sozi right now. We can just save him all the way. And just go all the way to the heart with those potions. We could pick Velvet Choker. Velvet Choker is always a little bit scary on defect. Because you have such good energy manipulation stuff. Like, for example, if we found an all-for-one with this deck, we already have 2 zero-cost things and a hologram plus. So we'd want to pick the all-for-one, but then we wouldn't feel like we're able to because we have Velvet Choker. Same thing goes for, like, double energy and, like, what is it? Burst? The one that gives you extra energy this turn and a void. Like Meteor Strike. So I don't think we're picking Velvet Choker if there's a reasonable alternative. And I think both of these alternatives are somewhat reasonable. Philosopher's Stone is pretty scary. Having your enemies have extra strength is... turbo, thank you. Having your enemies have extra strength is pretty bad, especially in the heart fight. So I think we're going to go for Sozu and try and save these all the way. If we encounter birds or something, maybe we give them a bronze. And like we can use Ancient Potion either for Bias Cog or for anything else that we run into on the way, like an actual enemy debuff instead of a self debuff. Yeah, we're not super worried about birds, especially since we have electrodynamics. But, you know, they come up. Is there an actual burst card? Like, what class is that for? We have Juicy Bracelet, so probably want to hit those question marks, try and turn into a vampire. We have removed a strike, so we would get 2 extra attacks back. Oh, right. Yes, of course. And it looks similar to the turbo. I guess it does. They're both like somebody running to the right side. Or wait, I think I just ran to the left side. No, I ran to the right side. Mirrored it correctly. Okay. So we could do 2 fights, which is our easy pool, and then 3 question marks, and then go here and do Fire Elite Fire. That seems nice. Turns out it's not nice because we can only do. Oh wait, we get 2 more elites if we want them, and if we don't want them, we have a shop. An early shop would be nice because we have 300 gold. I wish that this guy wasn't here because I want to go through this path and get these guys. That's way better. But the only way to get there is to either skip an early elite entirely and go through these fires, or fight the Mega Elite, which we're not ready for. I guess we could go this way, and then if we feel like we are randomly ready for the Mega Elite, we could go right up the middle. Maybe we are ready for a Mega Elite. We do have electrodynamics, which is quite good against like Slavers and Gremlin Leader. Not too impressive against Book of Stabbing. And if we go to one of these question marks and turn into a ghost, then we probably are ready for a Mega Elite. We also have 2 copies of Liquid Bronze for Book of Stabbing, should we need them. And that's a 4 Elite Act. This one, that one, and then these 2, potentially. Which would help power us up pretty significantly. This fight would be in the hard pool, which is not a huge deal in Act 2, but still worth thinking about. It's less likely to get apparitions or ghosts. Let's go through this question mark to here, and then if we feel crazy strong somehow, we can go this way, and if we don't, we just go through the normal path. But I think I would expect to go this way. We could turn 1 Bias Cog. If we turn 1 Bias Cog and Electrodynamics, I think we can go for it. Actually, we have Bias Cog and 2 Ball Lightnings. I think we just go. Yeah, we'll rebound the Ball Lightning too. Ball Lightning Electrodynamics dual cast strike is probably lethal. Let's just try it. Yeah, way lethal. Okay. There's Turbo. Oh, he's running to the right, and Burst is running to the left. Darn. Cool-Headed Plus is great. We should probably pick that. We got some zero-cost stuff. We got some focus. Sure. Alright, this is not Council of Ghosts. We're already super good if we find a source of artifact. So we should probably take Mutagenic Strength. We also have a lot of control over what's happening turn 1 with the Gambling Chip. So just having Strength on turn 1 is really nice. Remember back in Act 1 when we had Rip and Tear versus whatchamacallit? The other thing? I guess we should have taken Rip and Tear. Rip and Tear turns out to be really good. Okay, here's Chosen. She's attacking on turn 1. Probably want to keep Bias Cog. Maybe like Bias Cog, Ball Lightning, double defend. Okay. I hope we're not taking this line too slow. Yeah, looks like we're going to get there. Okay. Oh, she doesn't even care. She's just trying to curse us to death. No, no, no. That's not the way. You need to be punching us. Compile driver seems good. Some more card draw. We've got some pretty varied orbs. We've got 2 cold snaps, or 2 cold frost orbs and a bunch of lightning orbs. So compile driver should draw 2 pretty reliably. Good morning, BMod. How's it going? So I think we're going to take compile driver. It's also really good on turn 1 because we got the mutagenic strength. Okay, we won those fights pretty convincingly. That could be an argument to go fight the Mega Elite. I kind of don't think it is. I think that is too aggressive. I like this story so far. Nice sunny day. Also, do people appreciate the chat on stream? I like that. Should make the YouTube videos a little bit more watchable so I'm not just talking to myself. Is there the rest of the story, or you just had a nice sunny day and that's it? I mean, sunny days are nice, but like, what did you do with your nice sunny day? Did you like wear a face mask and go to the beach? That's fine too. Sunny days are sunny days. I think we want to go to this shop. So let's go over here. Carter move? Okay. We're going to have enough money to go to the shop by the time we get there. I guess we remove a strike. Let's assume we're not getting bites. Okay. Probably removing another strike and getting a random upgrade. I like to choose that one if I can afford it. 90 makes me a little bit hesitant about going to that shop. That shop is pretty soon. But we can just not go to the shop and go to this guy instead. Actually, we want to do that because we want to get these 2 elites. Okay, so let's spend as much money as we can. Get rid of another strike. Cold Snap is not a great upgrade, but I will take it. Speaking of upgrades, probably either Biascog or Electrodynamics here. Let's go with Biascog. Keep it from wearing off for an extra turn. Alright, we're looking for Electrodynamics. Oh, we found it. That's convenient. What else do we want to do? So Electrodynamics is going to make us do 9 AoE damage minimum, and then for each other orb we evoke, we do 8 more AoE damage. So 9 plus 8 is 17, plus another, 8 is 25, which is enough to kill that guy. So we probably want to play these 4. Does that mean we're not looking for anything? We could do Justice Defend and look for Zap Plus or Dual Cast, or we could do both and look for Zap and Dual Cast. If we find Zap or Dual Cast and we have Hologram in hand, we're very happy. That's a 1 in 6. If we do both, it's like a 1 in 3-ish. It's slightly better than that because of conditional probability bullshit. I like the sound of 1 in 3. That seems like the right answer. Okay. Got a compile driver instead. We did actually find a Zap, and we needed to spend both cards to get it, so there you go. We probably do want to evoke a Cold Orb this turn, because we don't have any other way of blocking. So let's do that. Electrodynamics first, obviously. Oh wait, that means we're not evoking the Cold Orb. Oh well. Actually, I am going to restart the fight so that I can do that correctly. Let's evoke the Cold Orb. Okay, and we got rid of these 2. And we're supposed to do the Cold Orb first. Fatality, you are welcome to think about it yourself as cheating, but I do not. Biascog seems good. I think we're finishing this fight soon enough for that to be reasonable. Yeah, it's hard for me to tell what people's private notions of fairness are. Seems like Rebound Dual Cast is getting the fight over at the correct time. Actually, I'm going to Rebound, and then Dual Cast. Okay, I guess the fight's over now. Mob Bank is great. That means we're almost certainly not going to that store. And that we have Sozu. Reinforced Body seems good. We are very behind on block. And Reinforced Body helps us catch up really quickly. Cold Snap is good too. We have this weird mechanic with this deck where we're sort of powered by Biased Cog and Electrodynamics. And so every time we add a Frost Orb, I feel like I'm like missing out because I'm not evoking more Lightning Orbs. So Frost Orbs feel a little bit like we're losing a race, which is kind of a weird situation to be in. And Reinforced Body, notably, does not involve any Frost Orbs. So I think we're going to go for Reinforced Body. It's also just a really good card. Looks like we can afford an upgrade. Let's see, do we get full value to resting? We don't. We only get 15 health. I would hate to die, though. This helps prevent me from dying. Yeah, let's upgrade the Reinforced Body. It's a really good upgrade. Bronze Scouts is great. Well, now we've got a ton of Thorns. I am not giving you either of these. No way, no off. Get out of here. For anyone who doesn't know, that event, he gives you a relic that triples your chance of finding rare cards, which would be really nice because we could find whatchamacallit, Core Surge, which is a really important part of the combo. But Bronze Scales and Turnip are both way too good for that. If he asked for Juicy Bracelet, I would happily give it to him. I don't care about that relic. Yeah, we're going to keep the Mob Bank ticking. We don't have a ton of gold. We're just not forcing us to go to this shop. I do feel like this line is a little bit dangerous, but we're going to give it a shot. Alright, they are not attacking on turn 1, so I don't need to reinforce Body. It seems like I'd like to Ball Lightning and Dual Cast. Maybe I should skip Dual Cast. Get to draw an extra card. Yeah, I really want to find Electrodynamics and Bias Cog. Is just Bias Cog good enough? Let's draw cards first. Okay, we found Electro. Bias Cog Electro. This fight can be kind of long. I'm a little bit afraid of Bias Cogging the first cycle. Yeah, I like standing. It makes my feet hurt a little bit because I like this desk isn't like a transition desk or anything. It's just like an IKEA cabinet that instead of having like cabinets just has little platforms for my monitor and keyboard and tower. So I can't like change it, but you know, I sit down over there sometimes. You can sit when you're dead. I think we're getting there fast enough if we buy Skull Electrodynamics now. Ooh, exercise. I could probably find an exercise I could do sitting in there. Just like some crunches or something. I don't know what I would do exactly. Compile Dwarf draws me these two cards. They are Ball Lightning and Rebound. I'm probably going to hologram this Zap. Or maybe Dual Cast. So what's the max damage look like this turn? It's like compile driver, ball lightning, zap hologram, zap cold snap? Or maybe it's zap cold snap hologram dual cast. Yeah, that seems like more damage. Okay. We can do all that? Yeah. Oh cool, we got lethal. Okay. This deck is really fast. Bias Cog gets you there. I talked about Rip and Tear being really good, and now this is a Rip and Tear plus. On turn 1, that's going to do an insane amount of damage. But before I can pick any of these cards, I have to do some exercise. Because Bimod said so. I'm gonna get some more water. I mean, I could do it on stream. I guess, like, if I did it, like, over there, would you be able to see? I don't know, there's, like, a coffee table. Yeah. I don't know, I feel kind of weird about exercising on stream. I don't feel weird about just, like, broadcasting things that I'm saying, but, like, I don't know. Like, I made a reward. Sorry. I made a reward because I wanted to, like, get more fit, right? So I figured people will pay channel points to make me exercise, so why not make our things work together? But then, like, I'm not really trying to be like a fitness Twitch streamer, you know? So I do feel kind of weird about that, but I think I will do it. I think you're right. Probably should be on stream. I think we do take Rip and Tear. It's such a good card. It really has absolutely nothing to do with how we're usually winning, though. Which is like Bias Cog Orb stuff. It's just like 1 mana to do 24 damage on turn 1. Bullseye is also an option, yeah, I was going to mention that. Since we're doing most of our damage through Bias Cog stuff, we could multiply that by a little bit. I feel like Bullseye is weirdly like a little bit slow. It doesn't give you any orbs itself, so it seems like it's hard to fit in on the turns with like electrodynamics and Bias Cog and like rebound hologram zap and stuff. It's hard for Bullseye to ever be like, this card is the most damage. Although it is a ton of damage, I suppose. Another problem with Bullseye is some enemies have artifact charges. We don't currently have any way of removing them. So Bullseye is eventually going to stop being effective, and that includes the heart. I think we're mainly just going to kill the heart with damage return, though. Got 9 thorns. He does 15 attacks on this difficulty, so that's going to be a... what is that? 135 damage return. He's almost damage capping himself. This is a tough pick. I think this is probably supposed to be skip. These both seem really good. But like, are they helping me solve the problems that the deck actually has, and that the next couple fights are going to test? I don't know. So I think I'm going to skip. God, that hurts. Hurts my soul to skip. Okay, Electrodynamics turn 1 is great. I like the look of Electrodynamics dual cast Reinforced Body. Let's look for Bias Cog. Ooh, found it. Oh my god. Okay, so then it's probably Bias Cog, Electrodynamics, Reinforced Body dual cast. Reinforced Body is only going to block for 9, but whatever. We're doing a ton of damage. We could rebound dual cast. Let's see, we're doing, if we dual cast, we're doing 26 plus 16 is 42 plus 12. So yeah, we could kill either red or blue slaver. Blocks for 14, which is more than Reinforced Body would do. Sets up lethal. Okay. Wait, are we doing... Sorry, we're doing 26... Yeah, so it's 42, so we do need the rebound for it to be lethal. Okay. We can still play it. Just doesn't do anything. I found an all for one. We have some zero cost stuff. Do we pick it? A hologram too. All for one also just like gives you a license to pick more zero cost stuff and card draw and just good. Yeah, this deck is super fast. We did take quite a bit of damage though. We took like 15 damage despite the fact that we won on turn 2. That just goes to show you how fast slavers are. Like, this deck is absurdly fast, and they still did a bunch of damage. Just because they do it on turn 1. Okay, I think I'll take an all for one. You can't have my liquid bronze. 132 gold for a relic. It seems okay. We still have mob bank ticking, so we're going to have enough gold for a relic by the time we get to the next one. And I think Hologram Plus is too expensive with the all for one we just picked. That's an expensive boot. I am not willing to pay that for a boot. I think this is a 5-card mulligan. I think we're looking for faster stuff. We could keep Ball Lightning, maybe? Cold Snap? Yeah, I think we just go for better stuff here. Alright, all for one doesn't currently do anything. Oh, I guess it gets dual cast. We could rebound all for one, and then it maybe gets zap and dual cast next turn. Let's cool head and look for cards, and then we're probably going to finish up with Bias Cog all for one. Interesting. So Bias Cog all for one gets me dual cast, and I get to evoke this twice. And then I could hologram and evoke this twice, and then I have no orbs, and I'm ticking down my focus. We could Bias Cog double rebound, just put a rebound on top. We could Bias Cog rebound hologram, and then play dual cast and have a hologram for next turn for all for one. And then I can like zap all for one hologram dual cast. Or I mean zap all for one, zap dual cast. It also uses the 3 strength from the rebound right now. I kind of need to block though, so we need like, I guess hologram blocks a little bit. Oh wait, that line doesn't include hologram. Well, Bias Cog also blocks for 7, so we take 7. Also worth considering, maybe we should be drinking a liquid bronze this turn, or 2. Yeah, I think we'll go for the Bioscog rebound hologram line. I don't see anything better. Okay, we've got 4 energy to spend. We can Ball Lightning and then Compile Driver, see if we draw Zap. It's 2 out of 3, so most likely we do draw it. Maybe we just Compile Driver? Okay, so what I would like to do is hologram back the All for One, but All for One costs 2. So if I play Ball Lightning, Compile Driver, hologram, I've only got 1 energy left, and I can't take All for One. Or I mean, I can, but I could play it. Something we could do is we could Ball Lightning, Compile Driver to draw these 2 cards, and then hologram to draw Cool-Headed to block and shuffle. And then we could put Zap on the bottom of the next shuffle, so that All for One will get it next time. That seems creative. I like things that are creative. It also evokes Frost Orb this turn. Okay. It's assuming we draw Ball Lightning right now, or Zap right now, which we did. Actually, it's not, because even if we didn't draw it, Cool-Headed would have drawn it. Once again, we can play Reinforced Body, but it doesn't do anything. And we take 1. Alright, there's the All for One. We can dual cast All for One, Zap dual cast, hologram, more stuff. And like defend. I guess we're trying to dual cast this Frost Orb, so that blocks for 16, 21. So we're not desperate for more block. I guess before I dual cast, I should Compile Driver if I'm going to. So we're blocking for 16, 21. Do we need hologram to get a spec something that blocks? Could hologram a Cool-Headed. That's another way of drawing. Doesn't Compile Driver. But then we're drawing with 0 energy to play stuff. But we can dual cast this Lightning Orb. And we block out. Yeah, okay. Why did I think I was blocking out? Alright, well this is probably lethal, right? Yeah, great. Alright, we got there. Calipers, huh? Well, that's really good if we can get a bunch of Frost Orbs going. Fusion Plus is quite a card, too. We have a Compile Driver, so Fusion Plus makes that quite a bit better. Chance for that to draw 3 cards. Charge Battery is starting to feel a lot more necessary now that we have All for One. All for One leads to some very expensive turns. Like, for example, we'd love to be able to All for One to hologram All for One. That's 5 energy. So both Charge Battery and Fusion help make that feel better. But Charge Battery also shores up one of the main weaknesses of the deck, which is blocking. But then I suppose Cold Snap does as well. While keeping with the orb evoking theme. I think we're going to take Charge Battery. We're probably not playing Bioscog first time around against Collector. And Charge Battery blocks for 7 even if you haven't played Bioscog, whereas Cold Snap requires you to have played Bioscog. Probably resting here. Hard to imagine taking on Collector with 24 being correct. We don't have much max HP, so resting doesn't do a ton. We could just discard Zap. We're getting it back with All for One anyway. And if we can pull off Electrodynamics this turn, we want to. So let's just max discard and try and Zap All for One Zap. Okay, great. Or I guess All for One Zap, not... We don't get the Zap up front. I would love a defrag. Defrag would be very appreciated. Maybe just rebound, strike, rebound, reinforce body. It's not like super exciting, but it blocks out. Max block here is charge battery. Max block is just reinforced body, which is 36 block. Not even close to enough. We're taking 11. We do proc Art of War if we do that. We could take 13 instead and charge battery. I don't know. I don't remember the first turn hand super precisely. What was the other option you saw? Like Ball Lightning? Ball Lightning probably was better, huh? I guess Rebound Ball Lightning is probably the line, if I wasn't going to play All for One. And that does do just more damage, huh? Oh, Hologram Zap works too, yeah. I mean, we're only getting damage on Collector with that, so it's not like a huge deal. But damage on Collector does matter. I think I'll take 2 extra damage to develop a charge battery for next turn. Okay, here's the big debuff turn. We can evoke 2 orbs to kill him. So it's probably Cold Snap, Ball Lightning, and then maybe like Rebound Zap. We have a ton of energy, so we're playing everything. We're immune to Frail here, but we don't have any block cards. I guess Reinforced Body is the one. I like Cold Snap first, and I don't think I'm rebounding it. I don't think I'm rebounding Ball Lightning or Strike, so it's really just rebound last or rebound the Zap. I think I like rebound the Zap. It blocks if we need it to. Okay. 37's a lot of damage. That would kill us. Cool-Headed does not block for enough. Blocks for 7-ish. So we're going to need to Bias Cog this turn. So let's start with Bias Cog, and then see what we can draw. Okay. Reinforced Body should help us block out. We're always playing Zap here. That Reinforced Body is good, but it's trading a lot of speed for the ability to block, and the deck was only winning fights because it was fast. So now we're being tested. We have enough energy for everything. Do we want to rebound anything? What if we Compile Driver? I guess we're Compile Driver looking for Hologram and Dual Cast. If we get both, we can double evoke this Frost Orb. If we don't get both, we get Charge Battery, and that's something. Okay. He can't be attacking again next turn. That would be 3 in a row. Let's see. So we're blocking for 13. So we survive this currently, but we survive it at 3. So probably want to play some defense. I don't think we want to skip rebound or dual cast here though. So let's rebound the dual cast and then block for 10. Alright, he's buffing. We have 5 energy, so I think we're gonna Ball Lightning, hologram, charge battery, hologram, charge battery. Get a bunch of energy for next turn. Try and do some all for one stuff. I want to leave 2 orb types up for next turn so that we can hologram since we're gonna have so much energy. So I don't want to hologram the Ball Lightning. Oh, I was talking about it and then I did it. Alright, maybe we can still get there. Alright, now he's summoning. It's good for us. Let's compile driver to see if we can draw the zap. No. Get cool-headed and also look for the zap. I think I will. No. But we can all for one the rebound the all for one, which is great. And I think that should set up lethal before we run out of focus. We almost did, though. We're really low now. We're down to 1 focus. We actually didn't draw zap. We missed it. But we have lethal anyway. Close one. Definitely could have lost that fight. This is a tricky one. I'm gonna go to the bathroom for a second while I think about this. Unfortunately, I think this is a skip. I don't think we can really afford to take any of these. Multicast would be nice if we had gotten the plasma, but we didn't do that. I don't think it currently does enough. There is kind of a weird line where we could multicast and then try and find like Chemical X, or like an energy relic here. Since we do have the reinforced body. And like any energy manipulation would make both of them better. But in general, I'm just not a big multicast believer. It's just like a step worse than dual cast, and we already have dual cast plus all for one. Is reboot better than skip? It's pretty bad with the other zero cost stuff. Because it means that you have no no discard pile. So I think we'll just skip. Ouch. Inserter gives us a way of scaling a little bit. Astrolabe would get 1 strike, and then I'm not sure exactly what else. One thing about Astrolabe that's really nice is it can give you Core Surge, or other like rares. We like really need Core Surge. Black Star. How do we feel about Act 3 elites? Feel pretty good about Ruptomancer. A little scared of Giant Head. I feel like we scale down too fast for Giant Head. Yeah, I think if we want to beat either Giant Head or Nemesis, we should take Inserter. Or we should count on Astrolabe to get us Core Surge. If Astrolabe gets us Core Surge, we're good against all 3 of the elites, and we probably win the run. That's a very high variance play. I think we can probably win the run with just Inserter. Inserter is very slow, which is weird because the deck is really fast. But hopefully we can sort of find the crossover point where like Inserter has given us 2 orb slots and we have Bias Cog in hand and we can fill the orb slots with lightning orbs and go. We also have Calipers, so there's kind of a, if we do find Core Surge, we have the Wombo combo, 1,000 block per turn against the heart thing. Insert is also very good against Time Lord. Inserter and Caliper are both amazing. We need to go fight this guy if we want to go to Act 4. So I think we'll go up through this line, and then we can either choose to go to 2 shops or more question marks and then 1 shop. We're going to have like 500 plus gold by the time we get to this shop, so we might need to consider going to both. Alright, I think we're planning on bias cogging Electrodynamics on turn 1, ideally. We don't have that option. I think we bias cog anyway. But then we don't dual cast. So it's just like bias cog, ball lightning, defend. Uh-oh. Okay, I think we're hologramming the Cool-Headed, which draws 2 cards. And blocks. We can't compile driver, because then if we draw Electrodynamics, we can't play it, and we have to play Electrodynamics as soon as possible. But we can just strike a Spiker right now. Oh my god, disaster. We still didn't find it. Maybe we bias cog too early. Blocking for 13, he's hitting for 17 if we punch him, so we're not punching him. Actually, we're blocking for 23, so we are punching him. The lightning orbs have done a good job of spreading the damage around, so once we finally find Electrodynamics, we will get lethal. Okay. Alright, that was a little scary. Overclock Plus seems good. Try and find combos. We can get it back with All for One if we want. Go for the Ads is also something we can get back with All for One. But I think I like Overclock quite a bit more. It'd be nice to get some Lightning Orbs. But we already have Ball Lightning in hand. Let's keep Cool-Headed to find more options, Ball Lightning for an extra orb, and then Reinforced Body in case we need to block. I almost just ended my first turn without doing anything. I think I like Ball Lightning, Bias Cog. And then Cold Snap Reinforced Body. We don't really need the Reinforced Body, but I don't want to evoke an orb. I want those orbs to stay there. Charge Battery plus Frost almost walks out. With Hologram it does walk out. So we're just gonna like zap Hologram, rebound, zap, Charge Battery. And then I guess just defend, because we have extra energy. Maybe I should have gotten something that costs 1 with Hologram. Since I had an extra energy, but it clearly doesn't matter, because the fight's over. Okay. Tempest plus, huh? I mean, sometimes we have like 6 energy, so Tempest plus would evoke 7 lightning orbs. It's pretty interesting. Another Cool-Headed gives us an awful lot of draw. We have Cool-Headed, Compile Driver, and Overclock already. Tempest Plus is tempting because it helps me kill people. Also, it's like a potential heart damage cap. Cool-Headed helps us put together the hopeful Biascog Core Surge thing. But we don't have the Core Surge Biascog thing, and we do have Tempest available right now. Tempest is also a very time-efficient card. Spend 1 card to spend all your energy and do a bunch of damage. When are we playing Biascog against Time Lord? Because Tempest is like, it's a ton of damage, but are we playing that like to split Time Lord, or do we wait until Time Lord's at like half health to play Biascog? Like, how does Tempest even fit into that plan? I'll take it though. We'll figure that out. We're just leaving. We can't take potions, so she doesn't punch you on this difficulty. On higher difficulties, I'd pay 20 gold to avoid getting punched. We don't have so much money that I feel like I have to go to 2 shops. Going to 2 shops, though, increases our chances of finding Clockwork Souvenir, which would be run-changing. So I think we're going to do that. We got turn 1 Electrodynamics, which is nice. So I guess we're just looking for Biascog. We'll keep Reinforced Body in case we need to block. Is this lethal? Electrodynamics is certainly getting played. And then like Tempest Plus would evoke 3 lightning orbs. So we'd end up 12 end of damage turn, and then we'd get 2 orbs evoked. So 12 plus 16. It's 28. Not quite lethal. Actually, it is lethal because we can ball lightning this guy, which spends 1 energy to get 1 lightning orb. So it's the same, except it does 10 extra damage to this guy. And it doesn't proc Art of War. We don't care about Art of War. We're winning this fight easily. Did I just totally ignore the fact that he was attacking? I'm gonna restart the fight and not totally do that. Yeah, he's just like 100% attacking. Okay. Alright, we're still gonna play Electrodynamics because we have to do that. And then Reinforced Body means we only take a small amount of damage instead of taking 9. Oh, I should have played Tempest. I'm not gonna restart the fight again. We don't need to. I'm not gonna play Overclock. One of the few ways that I can take damage in this fight is taking a burn. I should have defend striked that turn as well. Go ahead and dual cast just to end the fight. Sooner. Okay. Reprogram cannot happen. We don't need Sweeping Beam. And Equilibrium does help put together Core Surge and Bias Cog. We don't have Core Surge, so... it helps us, like, set up Tempest turns better. So we can, like, Equilibrium double charge battery or something. Just kidding, we only have one charge battery. It's still a good card, though, and it blocks for a lot. We kind of need that. Okay. Helps us keep zero-cost stuff through your shuffles as well. Yep, Dead Branch. There's Panacea. Panacea is a combo. Okay. We did it. We have a Bias Cog combo. Okay, so what else are we doing now that we have Bias Cog combo? Do we ever play Storm? What does that branch do? There's 2 exhaust guards, so not much. We could card remove the strike. That seems pretty reasonable. There's nothing else here that we have to have, so we could just walk to the next shop. I think Anchor is probably better than Skip. Anchor doesn't do anything in the heart fight, obviously, but it does help you set up powers on turn 1, and that seems to be like what we're doing. I guess Anchor actually does do something like against the heart. It blocks the first couple beats. Alright, so we'll grab Anchor and take a walk. Could fight this elite. But that reduces our chances of being able to fight this Mega Elite, which I think reduces the average number of points we're getting this run. Panacea Plus makes me feel a little safer. If we get 2 artifact charges, then we can take a debuff off an artifact charge and still have it hit Core Surge. Or rather, Bias Cog. We don't have Core Surge. Panacea is the Core Surge. It's too late for Genetic Algorithm to be good. Medical Kit is pretty much always good, and we have Overclock. So we can now play Overclock with basically no fear. If we buy that, which is great. It does cost. And we could be buying like Pen Nib instead. We can't get Bloody Statue anymore, right? The Golden Idol transform is in Act 2. Is that true? Let me check that. Oh, it's Forgotten Altar. Yeah, so it's an Act 2 event. Okay. Okay, so we can't do the Ceramic Fish Bloody Idol thing because that's over. Although that is a thing worth thinking about. We take Medical Kit. Seems really good. We could take Steam Barrier. We do have All for One, but I think I will not take it. Okay. Repromancer's good. We do need to find, what's it called? Electrodynamics. Actually, I'm going to keep All for One, because then we can overclock All for One overclock. Yeah, getting Electrodynamics is more important than trying to combo Bias Cog this turn. Well, I'm thinking if we do overclock twice, we're drawing 6 cards, so we could draw Bias Cog instead of Electrodynamics, And if we draw both, we can't play both, so I think we'd be playing electrodynamics instead, which would be a little bit sad. And we only have to make that choice if we all for one. If we don't all for one, we draw 3 fewer cards, but then if we draw both Core Search and Bias Cog in the next 6 cards, we can play them both. But then all for one Overclock draws 8 cards instead of 6, so we increase our chance of finding electrodynamics, which is more important. 8 cards versus 6 makes it sound like Overclock's going to be better, though. Plus, some of those cards are like Cool-Headed and Compile Driver that draw cards on their own. So maybe all for one, just for the card draw, is not good. But all for one for for an extra Lightning Orb is good. So I think we'll go for this. Oh, we found it. Okay, so let's draw the extra cards. Oh, we got them both. Okay, great. So let's Panacea, Bias Cog, Electrodynamics. Panacea is going to hit the strength down too, so we're going to keep the strength. I guess I'll go ahead and rebound the dual cast, just for fun. So max block here is Cold Snap, Defend, Equilibrium, which blocks for 7, 12, 25. It's not a ton. We still take a bunch of damage. Strength Reprimancer is no joke. We do kill this dagger, though, which is pretty good, important. So we take 13. I'll take it. We might have a kill this turn, as crazy as that sounds. We've like hologram and a bunch of zero cost stuff. And all for one. But maybe we need to just like draw Reinforced Body instead. Let's Cool-Headed to draw cards. There's Reinforced Body. Okay, so Reinforced Body is currently blocking for 27. These block for 14. That's 51. Yeah, it isn't easy to block out here. If we block for 51, she hits us for 40. We don't get to keep any block with calipers, but we're getting close to that range where that will start happening. So let's just do this. The orbs are going to win the fight if we survive, so... Is it 41, not 51? It is 41. Math errors. Haha. Take that, burn. Okay, we have 5 energy, so we could Equilibrium, Hologram, Equilibrium. Equilibrium is the most block per energy. Oh wait, that's not true. Charge Battery is. So is it more block to Charge Battery, Hologram, Charge Battery, Equilibrium? I think it is. So it's 14 plus 13 plus 5. Thanks for the follow to Bruce07. Not a 007, just a single 07. That's okay. Not everybody can be 007. I think I just, like, I saw the 7 and the 4, and I thought, well, we're adding 10, but I guess I had previously already added 10? I don't know. Numbers, how do they work? Nobody knows. So if we charge battery, hologram, charge battery, equilibrium, we're blocking for 14 plus 13 is 27 plus 5 is 32 plus the 14. So we do block out. But we don't get to keep any calipers block. But we do get to keep a bunch of next turn energy and a defend. So, sure. One of these days, we're going to get calipers to do something. Maybe that day is today. 3, 6, 8 cards, so we can draw with Compile Driver. Alright, surely with 6 energy and Reinforced Body, we can make calipers go. We can even rebound the Reinforced Body. Get through that block of Reptomancer. Haha, we got to save 4 block. I feel like Tempest is probably lethal now, so let's just play Tempest. It is indeed. Alright, all this Movestone is going to help us proc that Calipers a little bit more often. Second copy of Hologram Plus. Does stuff. We could play Meteor Strike, actually. Yeah, we have 4 energy and a lot of energy, some energy manipulation. I don't want to say a lot. We have 1 copy of Charge Battery, and that's it. But Meteor Strike gives us the ability to scale up our energy quite a bit. I do love myself a Meteor Strike. We could just take a Leap too. That's true. Art of War is an energy relic. I don't think about it as an energy relic, but it is. Makes us go to 5. And we have a ton of manipulation. We can like hologram stuff. We have the equilibrium. We have the rebound. We've like compile driver and a bunch of draw. So we have like definitely they have the ability to set up Meteor Strike. The question is if that's good. It does 24 damage, so that's something. But I think, given that we have a bunch of focus, we're probably better served if our orb slots are full of lightning orbs or frost orbs. Also, it's up against 2 upgraded cards. I mean, I don't really think about Meteor Strike as costing 5 energy. I think about Meteor Strike as costing -1 energy, but then you have to, like, do the Meteor thing to make it actually happen. It's, like, a really hard card to play, but it lets you do crazy combo stuff. If we find Madnesses, we're taking Madnesses, because we have All for 1, and Madnesses are insane with Meteor Strike. But unfortunately, I don't think we're picking it here. I think we're taking Hologram. For even more manipulation. Okay, this is Act 3, so we have to take the key if we want to. Symbiotic Virus is actually quite good, because we have Compile Driver, as well as, you know, Bias Cog. But I think we're going to take Key. Just want to get those points. And here's Nemesis. Let's get rid of all these. These aren't Bias Cog or anything. They don't draw cards. I guess Compile Driver does, technically. But keeping Cold Snap Compile Driver to try and draw 2 cards is like way worse than just drawing 5 cards right now. Yeah, I mean, we would do stuff with the Dark Orb, for sure. I think we skip the Bias Cog here. This fight can be very long, because he goes intangible. And I don't want to be committed to focus down. If you play Panacea after Bias Cog, it prevents the next 2 single focus downs, which is very different than preventing the application of the focus down per turn effect. We can also just like block for 40 here, He's hitting for 21, but we go up to 50, so we keep Calibur's block here. Let's draw some cards. Still no Panacea. We can hologram back Bias Cog and then Equilibrium to keep it. Or we can just Equilibrium and hologram Bias Cog next turn. It seems like Equilibrium is clearly happening. We could try and draw it with Cool-Headed, that's true. I was assuming I didn't want to draw because I didn't want to change the shuffle order, but maybe that's not something that's worth considering. He's hitting for 21, we're blocking for 14, so we needed to block for at least 7. Pretty easy to block for 7. Especially considering I think we're using Equilibrium this turn. We could actually draw with Overclock again, too. We could all for one Overclock. Yeah, actually, with Overclock and Cool-Headed, we get it like 80% of the time. We get Panacea 80% of the time. So let's Equilibrium first, because that's definitely happening. And then Zap before all for one. And then Zap to make hand room. And Overclock. We still didn't get it. Panacea is next turn. Okay. Well, let's make room to draw some more cards next turn. Despite the fact that does 2 damage. And take back the Bias Cog so it doesn't get shuffled away. Would have been nice to develop a Frost Orb that turn, but can't always get what you want. Well, blocking for 45 seems hard. Panacea Bias Cog is always happening. And then I think Cool-Headed draws cards and blocks. Looks like we're just doing what we can here with a Charge Rider Fund. Maybe this should have been the Ancient Pot. This fight's pretty dangerous. I think the most block per energy is Hologram Cool-Headed. Block for 13 for 2. Actually, I guess Charge Battery Hologram is better. But then I'm hologramming nothing. I guess I'll put 1 Lightning Orb. Why not? Well, that hurt a lot. Get out of here, burn. Those are always happening. This is happening. Do we zap? It only does 1 damage. It rotates our orbs a little bit. I think I'd rather keep the Frost Orbs, so rotating is bad right now. Okay, so we're blocking for 14, he's hitting for 45 again. We can just block him this time. Dual cast moves the orbs forward, gets me out of having a bunch of lightning orbs. But I'm not against having lightning orbs, I just want more Frost Orbs. Yeah, right. We definitely are taking Madnesses. I talked about that a second ago when we were presented with Meteor. Yeah, so we're definitely taking Madnesses if we see them, but that's not guaranteed. We already have two holograms, too. We can block out with hologram and reinforced body for 3. But what are we hologramming? We could hologram a cold snap. Does that still block out hologram? And cold snap also blocks for 7. So this blocks for 6 plus 21. It's 27 plus the 20. Yeah, it still blocks out. Okay. Gets an extra frost orb, which seems important. And it does 9 damage, so there you go. That's everything you need. Okay. I guess I'll draw some more cards so I can do something productive this turn. We haven't played Electrodynamics yet? What? Alright, I think it's time to stack up a bunch of defend. Also, we've got boot. It's just a free win against Nemesis when you got boot. We can hologram a frost orb and then reinforce body. It's important we keep drawing cards so that if we get burns, we can get past them. We're already blocked out, so we're getting the save block here. But this is really... Yeah, maybe we should play Charge Battery. I'm not sure. Let's see. Do we need to play any of these? Do we need extra energy for any of these? We don't really. So I think we're just going to play Reinforce Body. And we will not rotate orbs. We could reground Equilibrium and then just continually rebound the Equilibrium. Keep holding onto our hand forever. It's like having a Runic Pyramid. Almost. It's not quite, but... I mean, sure. Whatever. I don't think we need to overclock this turn. We can just Equilibrium, double defend. Oh, calipers. Never change. We could hologram Equilibrium. Just do the never draw a new hand challenge. We could hologram and then rebound Equilibrium. Okay, let's do it. Oh, the fight's over. What? But no, I want to keep having the same hand over and over. Okay. Toy Ornithopter is bad with Sozu, but I guess it'll heal us for 15. Chill? No. I think we skip these. I'm starting to feel a little bit itchy about my hit point total. So let's go here. Heal to full, huh? Sounds nice. We don't really care about weak either. I mean, if we're going for maximum win rate, I think Doubt is fine. Extra boss could be fun, but let's heal the full. I don't know if I've ever actually done the heal to full at that event. Extra Reptomancer. Alright, we need to find Equilibrium. None of these cards are Equilibrium. They don't even draw cards. That's Equilibrium. Let's overclock first. Try and find Bias Cog, I suppose. And then we can like zap, hologram, rebound, zap. Or we can zap, hologram, zap, ball lightning. For just like lots of orbs. That's 3 orbs, which kills both daggers. I think I'm here for it. We also get to retain 1 block. Which is the height of excitement. Maybe we actually defend. Keep 7 block. Blocking next turn can be pretty challenging. I guess she only summons 1 dagger on this difficulty, so it's not as hard as it is normally, but... whatever, we're going for small optimizations here. Let's cool-head it and look for Panacea. That's not it. This could be the Ancient Pot. We do have Toy Ornithopter though, so we should probably use that when we actually have health to heal. But it does a lot right now. Does All for One ever draw cards? It does. We have Overclock. Okay, so let's All for One and look for it. I'm presuming he's dying. We don't need to worry about him. So this does 9. We need to do 12 more, which is 2 evokes. So it's actually not guaranteed. This is going to be at least 1. And I guess this is another 2. Okay, fine. I forgot about this one too. 3, 6, 7, so we can overclock before we zap. Oof. That hurts. Is there any other way to get there? Compile Driver draws 2, so that draws it. And we only need 1 energy for Bias Cog. We have 3, 6, 9 cards in hand, so Compile Driver will draw exactly the 2 we need. And then we get to do the thing. Okay, so we're going to play Zap, Tempest, and Dual Cast. I think we want to play them such that our orb slots are full at the end, because we're getting 3 evokes no matter what. So I'm going to play them like this. But you know what? I should have done that so that I got extra block. That was foolish. We would have dual casted that Frost Orb too for 27 block. Yep, we're gonna restart the fight, unfortunately. Sorry, this is kind of an intricate fight. So restarting it will be a little bit complicated, but that saves like 13 health, so I think it's worth it. Okay, I believe the words I said were none of these are electrodynamics, so. And we looked for that. And then we played Zap a bunch of times, I think. Yeah, and then we defended at the end. To get the extra 7 block for next turn. Okay. Okay, and then this is the turn we looked really hard. And then All for One got us Overclock. And then Compile Driver got us there. Did we have to spend a card first? 3, 6, 9, so no. Okay, and then we did this thing. Okay, and then we should get the Zap and then Tempest. Wait, what am I talking about? We just evoked this Lightning Orb. Extra. Thought I was gonna get blocked, but I don't. Okay. I guess we're doing it exactly the same then. Alright, we lost the last artifact charge on the weak. Let's draw some cards. And set up some block for next turn, I think. Maybe we get lethal here. Max damage is Ball Lightning, Zap, Dual Cast, All for One. Pretty sure that's lethal. blue candle, so we can get all of the things out of the deck. We actually have a curse too, so that's like pretty relevant. Second reinforced body seems big. Seek also seems huge though. Seek is like way too good to skip, especially in a crazy Biascog Panacea thing. Let's grab Seek. We need to rest and recall here. So we're going to go to 2 campsites, since we can. My cat is complaining while sitting next to her food bowl, so I'm going to make sure I fed her. Nope, she's fine. We're trying to train her to use one of those litter boxes that she has to go into, like a cave, so that she doesn't get litter everywhere. And so we can have a litter box on this floor a little bit more discreetly. And the training process involves treats, and she's very excited about getting treats. Not quite sure about going into an enclosed litter box yet, but she loves the treats part. Maybe we need to keep equilibrium. That helps us block out this turn. It also helps us set up Biascog if we don't find the thing. Let's compile driver first. He's buffing, so he's the priority. Okay. Let's just equilibrium charge battery then. Get a bunch of block. Still not enough to carry over to next turn. But we get an energy next turn as well. Okay, electrodynamics is very helpful. Maybe we can end this fight the classic way and not worry about Panacea. We have no way of drawing cards. We have Compile Driver, that's it. With no Frost Orb too. We can't block for 12. Oh yeah, we can. We can equilibrium again. Okay, so we can just equilibrium again. So let's just electrodynamics, hologram equilibrium. And keep looking for Panacea. We're definitely playing Zap. I think I want to save these. I've only got 5 cards in hand. So it's pretty low opportunity cost for keeping Tempest. It'll do more damage later. Okay, we found Panacea. So let's do that thing. Okay, and now we can do whatever we want. I think Tempest for 5 is probably just win on the spot. We're already doing 16, 32 end of turn damage. Tempest adds 5 times 13, which is like 70 something. Yes, I think that's lethal. Okay. Second overclock makes the deck even more consistent. We do have quite a bit of card draw, so maybe we don't need that. I'm not sure if we need more holograms. We have so much draw order consistency stuff. Is there a point where we like don't want more? I think we need more card draw. So let's take an overclock. Yeah, I've been in a couple of situations where I'm like, is there any way for me to draw cards? And then I look in the discard and overclock saves me. So I think I want 2 of those to make that happen more. Plus we have medical kit, so come at me, Burns. We could take an upgrade to Act 4, potentially. We should be pretty safe against Time Lord, as is. As long as we get set up. We could die, I suppose. It is possible. But let's take an upgrade. Seek seems like the obvious pick here. Get 2 cards. You mean like I could get Biascog and Core Surge? Yes, that's exactly what I mean. We're going to keep Cold Snap because we're comboing right now. I think I'll keep Tempest too. We're only planning on spending 2 energy, so might as well spend the rest of it on Tempest. This means we get to keep our strength too in this fight. Currently blocking for 17, he's hitting for 24. So I guess I'll block for 23. Do we want to channel 2 lightning? Yeah, I think we do. Okay. We have 2 holograms, but no madness. Can't do anything too exciting. But we kind of want to just get as much block as we can. So I think that's going to be like charge battery, hologram, charge battery, and then maybe stop there. So we're blocked out, and if we hologram, we don't get to keep any extra block. So I think we just stay there. 3 for next turn is a little bit concerning, but it's not too bad. We can spend 1 on reinforced bodying for 70. Get 77 block. I think we're actually going to defend Doubt reinforced body. No. We can deal with being really low on the clock, especially if we're blocking for 70 right now. We want those Frost Orbs, though. We don't care if we reset him this turn, that's fine. Okay, he's hitting for 51, so we've already blocked out. We just want Frost Orbs. 3, 6, 8 cards in hand, so we can compile driver safely. Let's do that. Still no Frost Orbs. This is not a very efficient way of building up block for next turn. Not very time efficient. Because all we can do is spend 1 energy to block for 6. So I think we just draw a new hand next turn. And pass here. Okay, Cold Snap Reinforced Body seems good. Alright, we're setting up for his next turn. Sitting for 45, so we're already blocked out. But I think I'll toss a charge battery to my Witcher. We get to keep a tiny amount of block. And that's okay. I think we are going to get rid of the Doubt here. We have a little bit more time than last time we saw it. We can hologram and go get another Frost Orb, and then decide about Equilibrium. Seems good. Yeah, let's play Equilibrium. That seems okay. Do we play Defend to get it out of hand? We could hologram back the Equilibrium again. Oh, we probably want to hologram back Cool-Headed, huh? Alright, we're already blocked out. If we proc him, he goes up to 17 times 3. 17 times 3 is 51. We're already blocked out for that too. So I think we're just going to cool-headed charge battery. Charge battery first so that we can actually draw. Although it's not really like drawing because we don't get to spend any of the cards. I guess we won't draw. We'll just Frost Cold Snap him. It looks like we're transforming him next turn or soon or something. Yeah, I guess he's transforming now. Okay. We don't have any block cards, so we'll just let the Frost Orbs block. So foolish. I was completely unaware that he was going to do that. Looks like Reinforce Force Body block for 50. It's pretty time efficient. We're just going to let these two Lightning Orbs kill him. Cold Snap blocks pretty efficiently over time. I guess we could have rebounded it, because we're getting an inserter next turn. But whatever. Are we at max orb slots yet? No, we got one more coming. Okay. I think we're full and don't need to play any more cards for the fight. We got him. Lord of what? Lord of nothing. Gotta play infinite equilibriums. Can you stack up equilibriums? I think you can. Let's retain our hand for 2 turns. Let's get funky. Sure. Why not? Maybe we should play that Zap. Doesn't really seem like we need as many Frost Orbs as we have. Go a little bit faster. Time Lord is so boring. Time Lord. You're killing me. Alright, I'm just gonna press end turn. We don't need to think. If my block goes below 100, I'll start thinking again. Wake me up when the fight's over. Does anybody have an interesting story in chat you want to share with the world? Got a couple more turns of this. Okay, he's dead. Great. We did it. On to Act 4. Remember in Act 1 when I said we could save all 3 of these potions for the heart? I did not think that was going to happen at the time. I was allowing for the possibility of it happening, but it was like, but in reality we'll spend them on birds or something, and that is not what happened. We have taken them all the way here. Seems like Charge Battery and Equilibrium both have a pretty high played rate. Equilibrium gets 3 block. Charge Battery also gets 3 block, but Charge Battery costs less. So let's upgrade Charge Battery. Probably not looking for anything super special at this shop. If we see a Core Surge we'll buy it. Or Bias Cog, I suppose. Loop seems good. That's an extra orb slot. We could do Loop card remove. We don't have a card we're like desperate to remove. It's probably just to defend. Oh wait, we have a doubt. Yeah, okay, let's do Loop card remove. Oh wait, we have Overclock available. And Glacier? Maybe I'm thinking about this wrong. We can't quite afford card remove Glacier Overclock. We're off by 3 gold. But we could afford Overclock Glacier Loop. That's adding a lot of cards to the deck. Maybe we card remove Glacier. Yeah, I think we need frost orbs more than we need an extra orb slot. You know, it occurs to me, if I do what I just did against Time Lord, against the Heart, I'm dying. The Heart scales up way faster than Time Lord. Or, Time Lord doesn't actually scale up. Or, I guess he does. He only scales up when you scale him up, though. But I don't have to do what I did against Time Lord against the Heart. We could just play more Lightning Orbs and cards and stuff. Alright, let's remove this Defend. And replace it with Glacier. Wait a minute. Were we supposed to buy that? Oh no, I thought Sunder was that card I talked about earlier, and then saw, and then forgot the name of it again. Turbo. But it's not. Electrodynamics is relevant here, but not as relevant as Core Surge Bioscog, Panacea Bioscog rather. I'll keep this for block and that to find the stuff. We've got 2 copies of Overclock, so let's see what they have. We got 3, 6, 7 cards in hand. We can Overclock. There's a Seek. We got 3, 6, 9 cards, so we can Seek for the 2 things to make the deck go, which are these 2. We're doing it on turn 1, so we are going to keep the Strength. Usually not super relevant. Charge Battery now punches above Reinforced Body's weight in terms of block per energy. So we'll play Charge Battery, Hologram, Charge Battery. I guess Hologram is worse than Reinforced Body, so maybe we just Reinforced Body. Actually, we block out if we play Hologram and Charge Battery, I believe. So we're currently blocked for 21, so that's blocking him. And then Hologram Charge Battery would block out Spire Spear. So yeah. So let's do that and get the extra energy for next turn. Alright, and the reason we want the energy for this turn is so we can do stuff. But let's start with this. Oh. All for one seems good. We can draw a bunch of cards. Is there any way we can shuffle with the 0-cost stuff in hand? I think no. We could rebound all for one though. Do it again next turn. Sure. Actually, we can rebound all for one and then draw it again with Overclock. And what am I talking about? We can shuffle because we have 2 copies of Overclock. So we just all for one now, and then Overclock with the 0-cost stuff in hand. Actually, we all for one and then Hologram, get back the all for one, and then Overclock. And we have all Hologram and the 0-cost stuff on the bottom. Actually, I kind of need to block, and that's all my energy. And none of the cards I'm playing block at all. So we can, like, Hologram back a Charge Battery and then defend instead. Hologram plus defend blocks for 12, that's 30, and then yeah, we block out. Okay. Bit of a abrupt left turn there. Sort of realized that the cards I was playing were not helping me. We could draw these cards, but I'd rather draw Glacier next turn. Could have just drawn those and then played them. That would have blocked out and gotten Frost Orbs, which is probably better. A lot of Frost Orbs available this turn. Probably want to turn around with Cold Snap. Let's start with Cool-Headed. Turn around with Compile Driver if we'd like. This deck super needs a turbo I think I didn't have some of this stuff when I saw the last turbo. But I had no idea how much this deck needed a turbo when I saw it. Ooh, I think we need the block, so let's turn around with Cold Snap. I guess let's draw some cards. Go ahead and get rid of that. Draw more cards. Okay, charge battery's good. Looks like we're taking some damage here. Alright, we got a bunch of charge batteries and a reinforced body. Seems like a good combo. We don't need to turn around. We could lose a little bit of block to equilibrium before we reinforce body. Let's keep a defend and a ball lightning in case we need to turn around next turn. If we need to turn around next turn, we probably just can. This drop pile looks a little scary though, because I could draw 4 burns and a zap next turn. So I think I do want to equilibrium. Just in case. So let's get rid of these. What's all for one getting us? 2 copies of Overclock, and that's it. Okay, so we get to draw these cards, both of the other zeros, and the burns. We probably want to zap Ball Lightning dual cast to dual cast this Frost Orb. And we'd want to turn around for sure. So let's start with this. We didn't draw dual cast. Overclock's going to shuffle here with 0 cost stuff kind of on the bottom. We could either rebound, dual cast, defend, or we could dual cast, double defend. So we're blocking for 53 currently, and then we're getting, maybe we don't need this block. Maybe we should just be like rebounding a Ball Lightning right now. Blocking for 53, because we don't have infinite time here. We need to find electrodynamics and kill these guys. Why do we have 4 focus instead of 5? Oh, he focused down this. Okay, so 24 plus 48. Yeah, so we're blocked out with 5 extra currently. So yeah, let's go. We've passed electrodynamics the first shuffle, or I think 2. Let's compile driver to turn around. Let's see. Does Glacier block out? We need to block for 40 this turn. We can do that with Reinforced Body. Or other stuff. Reinforced Body is kind of an emergency tool, so I'd prefer to like equilibrium defend if that works. Currently blocking for 17. This would add 14, go to 31. That means we take damage. And even at 37 we take 3, which is not too bad. I am a little bit scared of just drawing these cards, though. We do want to get electrodynamics down the next time we see it. So we should block out. So it's 17 plus 12. Well, let's see. plus 6 plus 9, so plus let's just see what it does. I think it's pretty close. Okay, so 18, yeah, so that blocks out exactly. And then I guess we can trade out the Frost Orb for a Lightning Orb. We have to put Ball Lightning into him, though, which is not amazing. I think I will. We need the damage. Getting close on killing both. Okay, we're playing these. We need to turn around, and we need a hologram to draw us something to turn around. We have Cold Snap. We don't. Maybe we get Lethal. Electrodynamics does... assuming we have 5 end-of-turn orbs, that's 35. Plus 7 plus... how many are we evoking? So Electrodynamics would evoke 1, and then this would evoke another one. So we'd evoke 2 for 24. 24 plus the 35 end of turn. Yeah, that's lethal. Okay, so we can actually just continue facing Spire Spear here. We block him out exactly, too. Okay. A little bit hairy, lost a little bit of health. Ooh, Bottled Tornado, are you kidding me? Gee. That's good. Is it good? Yeah, it's definitely good. We don't want any of these. Like Bias Cog, thank you. Alright, our focus scaling is pretty slow. We should be able to get there if we find Panacea this turn or next turn. Okay, Equilibrium lets us keep the Bias Cog this turn. We could rebound Equilibrium too. To get blocked for next turn. And then next turn can be like Equilibrium Glacier. Do we Ancient Pot right now? Oh my god, I'm restarting the fight. There's no reason to not just Ancient Pot with Bias Cog right away. Okay. I'm gonna keep a Cold Snap because I know I'm doing that now. Okay. So we're gonna play Cold Snap Glacier and Ancient Pot Bias Cog here. And start stacking up a block for next turn. There's not really a point in... I guess I'll save the second one for when it saves me more health. I'll play this just to get rid of it. Oh, that cost me a beat damage. I was wrong. What would we seek for right now? Probably Charge Battery. And what? Zap? Maybe we just Equilibrium... Wish I had some intangible. Okay, let's Equilibrium, and then with Seek we'll go get something for this turn and something for next turn. So Charge Batteries for this turn, what's for next turn? Maybe Hologram? Why do I still have a doubt in my deck? Did I remove a card other than the curse again? I did. I removed a defend. I keep doing that kind of stuff. Okay, I think we're blocking almost all the way out here. Blocking for 63. Taking a little bit of damage. Taking a little bit of damage is fine. Just means we get to play our potion to heal. Which we wanted to do anyway. Okay. Is there any point to playing Panacea? It blocks, what is the order of the heart's debuffs? It's weak, then frail, then vulnerable. Is this the run where we're immune to frail? It is. So we block both weak and vulnerable with Panacea next time around, which seems pretty valuable. He's hitting for 45 right now. We're blocking for 21. Sorry, I'm just catching up on chat. I don't know if I was missing it. Yeah, what can we hologram? That's a great question. Glacier seems like a big one. Reinforced body. We have 6 energy this turn, so maybe it's just hologram reinforced body. Panacea. I am struggling to see anything better than that. So reinforced body block for 50. Maybe we fit in a ball lightning. He is taking a bunch of damage return. Yeah, I'm on the same line, I think. We could overclock. What are we looking for? Just a lot of nothing. Okay, I think I like ball lightning. 8 damage every turn from now on. Seems like the correct amount of damage to be doing. And we'll get rid of the doubt so we don't draw it as well. Yeah, I think it's worth it. Thanks, Potions. That was lovely. Appreciate it. We can hologram and then play Reinforced Body again. Or we could just Tempest right now. Does a bunch of damage. Doesn't really set me up for next turn very well. We don't have enough focus that we can just like wait out the heart. We need to be doing damage. But we can at least wait while we're getting more orb slots. Or at least wait for a couple more orb slots. He's got intangible, I've got intangible, we've all got intangible. Or, artifacts. Not intangible. Well, this is the reason why we saved up a bunch of block, because we currently don't have any. I am going to exhaust the burn, for sure. It seems like I should probably just play all the cards, right? Electrodynamics, Rebound, Ball Lightning. Gets in some damage. Shifts me pretty significantly away from Frost Orbs, but like I said previously, we need the damage. We can find more Frost Orbs. Okay, we don't have any blocks, so the beat damage is real, but it's still just 1, so it's not a big deal. Let's start with Overclock. And cool-headed. Alright, we have like a bunch of damage now. Why do we have 9 block now? What happened? We had 0 block and now we have 9. Don't understand. Did we draw something? Did we like exhaust something that I wasn't aware of? I am so confused right now. It's like that cold-headed blocked for 10. Oh, we must have evoked a Frost Orb. We must have had a Frost Orb in front. Because that's exactly what that would have done. Okay. Let's get rid of this. And then go through some lightning orbs. And then all for one back these 3. And play them. And then I guess block for 6 with the last energy. Can't do much else with it. We're pretty close to a damage cap, so I think we're winning this race as long as we can get another damage cap, close to damage cap next turn, and then maybe if he multi-attacks first is required for us to win. We can Glacier to block beat damage. We can switch back to Frost Orbs with like Glacier Reinforced Body. If he big attacks first, though, do we lose? So I don't want to lose. Maybe we hologram... Oh man, we don't even have the... Man, we really were leaning on that charge battery for energy manipulation. When it doesn't come, it hurts. Oh yeah. No, so I don't see it there because I'm not watching OBS. I'm watching the actual game, and I only have one monitor. So, but I am glad that you can see it. Seems like an improvement. If we overclock, can we find... I want to kill him with Tempest next turn, though, is the thing. Let's see, is that realistic? So we're doing, end of turn we're doing 32 damage. And then Tempest, if we have 5 energy, evokes 4 lightning orbs. For 13 times 4 is 52. 52 plus 32 is 84. Plus the end of turn damage that turn will be 8 times 7, which is another 56. So no, that's not lethal. Okay, so we should block then. And try and survive the next cycle. We've got a bunch of big block cards coming up. Equilibrium, Charge Battery, Hologram for Reinforced Body. So we should be able to survive next turn, I think. Okay, it is a multi-attack. So, okay, so can we kill him right now with Tempest Plus end turn? Tempest Plus end turn, we're not surviving... Oh, maybe we are surviving. So he's doing 6 times 15 is 90. Right? Yeah, 90. And we're blocking for 32. If we evoke all 3 of these, 62. So no, we would die if we don't play. If we just play Tempest end turn. What do you mean by Hologram Glacier? I only had 4 energy last turn. So I had Glacier in hand, so I couldn't play Glacier Hologram Glacier. Okay, so if we Tempest right now, we evoke 6 orbs, which means these... oh, you mean for this turn? Yeah, we didn't draw the hologram, but I see what you mean. We probably can block for 90, since we're blocked for 62. If we evoke all these. We're probably not evoking all of them, actually. There's no line where we evoke all of them. Even if we Tempest, we don't evoke all of them. We do evoke these 5. And this one. Okay, so we get 13 times 4 damage from evoking, which is... I've done this math already, but I'm doing it again. 52, and then we get 6 times 8, which is... 48. 52 plus 48 is 100. So we're doing 100, and so we need him to do 92 damage return to himself, which he would do after 11 attacks, which is only 66 damage, which we do survive. So Tempest end turn is lethal right now. So I'm going to stop thinking about it and do it. This math better be right. Yep. Excellent. Thanks, math. Appreciate it. Okay, so we won even though we failed to remove the doubt in the deck. Got a heart kill. Kind of a weird run. We took a bunch of... we started with Electrodynamics from Niao, and then we took a bunch of orb channeling cards. We got 2 Ball Lightnings and a Cold Snap, and a Cool Headed pretty early. Took a bunch of Draw Order Manipulation. And then what I was thinking at the time was we'd take a bunch of defrags and do... yeah, exactly. We were the fastest deck ever, but then we found Calipers in Act 3, and we were like, okay... Calipers and an Inserter, and we turned into the slowest deck against the Time Lord, where we were just waiting for him to kill himself. Kind of a wild ride. Really, really needed more focus. That Bias Cog was not enough by itself. You want to have 14 focus against the Heart. We only had 5. But yeah, we managed to squeak it out. We needed a lot more energy manipulation too. We had Tempest Plus and Reinforced Body Plus, which we were relying on a lot. But our only energy manipulation was the Sozu, Art of War, and a single copy of Charge Battery Plus. Did I lose a Charge Battery to Falling or something? I thought I had 2. I think I just got offered one and didn't pick it. Yeah, that's right. I got offered one back when I back here or something, and I already had 2 zero-cost things, so I turned it down. Very weird run. Ended up comboing with Panacea and Bias Cog instead of Core Surge. But, we went to shops, we found it. Also a weird thing, we picked Sozu and then literally kept our Act 1 potions until the Heart. And it was critical. It was it provided a whole bunch of damage to the Heart. We really needed that damage return. Pretty interesting.